On this episode of Retro Finds Worldwide, I visit Hong Kong. It's my first ever trip to Asia, and I'm so excited to be here. And I'm hoping to find anything from rare Nintendo stuff to Japanese stuff to Hong Kong exclusive titles. So let's see if it's true. Let's see if the hype is here. I hear a lot of good things about Hong Kong, tech and gaming wise. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. All right, guys, so it's about 8 a.m. The subway is right here. We're gonna figure out the subway. I'm gonna figure out how to get around. I'm gonna get my bearings. The hotel room is not ready yet, so I'm gonna go start exploring and see what I find. Pretty cool here. Everybody just keeps to themselves, minds their own business. They don't try to get you to buy their stuff or anything. They don't scream at you because you're a tourist. I literally haven't spoken to anybody unless I spoke to them first. So after getting my bearings with the subway, on the corner of Fook Hwa Street and Yen Chow Street is Golden Computer Arcade. This is the #1 spot I was told to visit while in Hong Kong. So I'm gonna check it out in the morning and then I'm gonna come back at night. So first impressions here, I noticed that it's a tech mall. They sell everything, seriously anything tech-wise, computer-wise, cell phone-wise, and some gaming stuff. If you can't find it here, it doesn't exist. Literally, I was trying to come up with stuff, make a list in my head of things I needed because they literally had everything here. And the prices weren't bad for some things. For some things, they were expensive. Hong Kong is known to be an expensive place, but we're gonna see if we can prove that myth or disprove it. And as you see here, they have anything from cables to cell phone cases, laptops, security systems, cameras, you name it, it's here. So as you saw in the beginning, outside on that wall outside the plaza, there was a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate poster or billboard. So I know there's gaming stuff in here. So for now, we'll look at some stuff that I need. Bought this case for 20 Hong Kong dollars, which is about $250 US. And I'm starting to see some gaming stuff here. Some Xbox, newer Xbox 360 and PS3, PS4 stuff. There's a one of those little consoles that have everything in it. The Neo Geo Mini is pretty big here. I've seen it a lot. And of course, Amiibo Nintendo stuff is pretty big here. Starting to see some stuff here. I'm getting excited. I want to check out every single stall. A bunch of them are closed, but I did find this one that had a lot of retro stuff. Very overwhelming. A lot of Japanese stuff, obviously. I can't even wrap my head around this, so I stood there for a long time. I didn't end up buying anything because some of it was too expensive, the stuff that I did want, but a lot of selection here. So if you can locate Sneaker Street, where they sell all the sneakers in the world, and Ladies Market, which is nearby, this market sells souvenirs and Coach bags and all that stuff. Between those two, you'll find the Mong Computer Center. And this center is similar to Golden. It's a little bit smaller, but I did go inside, and one of the first stands I saw had like a bargain bin type of thing with old Dreamcast and Saturn games. Pretty cool to look through. 30 Hong Kong dollars each, which is about $3.50. And I did pick up a few things here just to kind of break the ice, to kind of wrap my mind around, starting to buy stuff.
So pretty good bargain bin here. Aside from this, the guy didn't have any other retro stuff inside. He only had PS4 and all the newer systems. But great conversation with that gentleman about the retro scene here, and moving on to the rest of the computer center here. It's all the stuff that Golden had, newer tech stuff, which is amazing. So I checked this out for a bit more, and then I moved on to the next spot. The Ho King Shopping Center was about 10 a.m., so a lot of stands were still closed. One thing about Hong Kong is that everything starts up late, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, which is really interesting. But this guy was open, and I ended up buying a little handheld from him. And aside from this place, nothing really to report except for this one store that had newer games. On the top shelf, you can see they had the twin Famicom, the PC Engine Duo X, complete inbox. Amazing. And once again, this mall has a little more anime stuff, and then also some more gaming stuff than tech stuff, which is pretty cool. It's the Ho King Plaza. And here we are back at Golden Computer Arcade at night. And as you can see, there's more action here. More stands are open. And one of the first ones I saw is a retro gaming stand. And this guy had a lot of good stuff. But mainly, the one thing I saw was the Coca-Cola Game Gear. And if you're a Sega fan, this thing is amazing, man. It's really rare, Japanese only release, and it came with this game called Kid Cola, something like that. It was its own game, cross promotion at its best, and I'm so happy I got to see this thing in person because I had never seen it. And if you're a hardcore Sega fan, $340 US is not that bad, I guess. So one thing I did find that this gentleman had was the Nintendo Club Game & Watch Ball, re-release from 2011, I believe. I wanted this when it was available, and I wasn't able to get it, but this guy had it for about $35, so I did pick that up. And another location that's famous is right outside Golden Computer Center, is a night market that starts at 6 p.m. every night. And I walked around that for a bit, and I did find some N64 games, which you can see right here. Some of them are the US versions of them. So I did look through those. He has a lot of good Game Boy stuff, Japanese. And I did pick up some of the N64 games. I ended up getting them for about $9 US each.
So I wasn't expecting to buy US N64 games, but when you see the deal, no matter where you are, you have to buy those games.
So a few blocks away from all that Golden Computer and Night Market is a place called Dragon Center. Dragon Center is a 8-story mall with a lot of tech stuff. They have an arcade on the top floor, and it's pretty big, pretty interesting to go walk around and check out everything. They have a lot of Japanese anime stuff in little shops on the 6th and 7th floor. And the arcade games, it's always interesting to see what arcade games are out here as opposed to the US. And look at all these capsule toy machines. It's amazing.
All right, guys, it's the last day that I'm here in Hong Kong. Tonight I'm going to Thailand in 5 hours. So have some time here to wander around a little bit more.
Hong Kong is amazing. You need to come out here. There's so many little shops, just little hidden shops. Not even tech stuff, just record stores and, a little bit of everything here. So I recommend coming here and just bring money because you're going to want to buy everything. This is another mall called Sino Center or Sino Center. It's right on the main drag there where I was staying. And again, I found PS2 games, some retro stuff. And I look in the glass case, and this guy had crazy amount of Game & Watch. He's just pulling them out. The Game & Watch, he had the watches, and I end up inside his little shop, which is filled with so much stuff. You know, I'm missing a bunch of these. I'm missing octopus. I'm missing Mickey. I was missing one of the Donkey Kongs. This one I already have, but the orange one I'm missing. And, you know, pinball I'm missing. So he had a lot of good ones. And I try to, you know, bundle them together, come up with the price. But the thing about Hong Kong is you haggle down to retail price is basically what you're doing, because everything is overpriced. Most of the things are overpriced when it comes to gaming. So this guy pulled out NES disc drive. Famicom disc drive. And, you know, he's just pulling stuff I want out. You know, weird Famicom stuff that, you know, I've never seen, and, you know, those weird accessories that I basically collect. And you know, I made a little bundle here, and I came up with a deal, and I'll show you guys at the end.
Hey guys, so right here by the market on the street, take the Sham Shui Po station, and we're looking for a place called Metro Sham Shui. Metro Sham Shui is a tech mall, so we'll see what we can find there.
Metro Sham Shui is the smallest tech mall that I went to out of all of them, and, you know, it's right in the heart of the little area there. And, you know, as you're walking through, you see mostly camera stuff and, you know, tech, computer, laptops, and gaming. But towards the back left corner, you have a little gaming area where all the vendors have, you know, some retro stuff. And here's a guy that has 30 Hong Kong dollar bin, which is, you know, about $3.50. And, you know, he has some Game Boy stuff, the one Dreamcast game, a great selection inside of just rare Japanese stuff. And then, you know, Mega Drive, Famicom, Super Famicom. And then I see it. He has Mario Brothers Special for the PC. Super rare game. Never seen it in person. And then he pulls out what I've been looking for this entire trip. These are Hong Kong made NES games, which supposedly they work for the NES console, if you've seen that. And in the front it says Hong Kong version or Hong Kong console. These are exactly what I've been looking for. Something made in Hong Kong for Hong Kong. And these are made by Hong Kong Cartridge Company, which is you know, a company that made these games. And, you know, they've become pretty pricey. I did pay a pretty penny for these, about $40 each, but I needed to have them.
You know this game?
Yeah, too much money.
Oh, this is the special version.
Yeah, PC, right?
Only released on the PC 88.
Yeah, first time I see it in person.
First time really?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, but it is popular in YouTube.
Yeah, but
Special version this is.
never seen it.
Many foreigners challenge this game because it is super difficult.
Yeah, it's not
And
good.
it is crazy.
It's not a good game. It's not good.
It's not a good game.
It's not a good game.
This is an abuse game.
Yeah, but people love it because you can't find it. So.
Self abuse.
Okay, guys, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just like that, the best stand I visited this whole trip. And now we're on Hurd Street, on Hong Kong Island, and Hurd Street and Wan Chai Road is another tech mall called Oriental 188. And we're going to check this one out. This is going to be the last one of the trip. And here I ended up buying a lot of stuff I needed, like cable-wise and for my iPhone and all that. Pretty cool little tech mall. It was 4 floors. So you go, you know, up the stairs and there's another set of stores there. So for the Hong Kong Island area, this is the store to go to. This is the mall to go to. And I know there was a lot more out there in Hong Kong, but just time constraints wouldn't let me. But I'm glad I visited all these spots, and I'm glad I was able to show you guys. So right now, we're going to check out everything I picked up on this trip. Let me know in the comments what you would have taken if you saw something I didn't take, or if you would have paid what I paid. All right, up first is Virtual Fighter Remix for Sega Saturn. I have a Sega Saturn Japanese version laying around somewhere, so I'm gonna try to pair it up and try to get it going. So it's pretty cool to have that. I was looking for the most obscure Dreamcast Japanese game, and I found J-League. Obscure, never heard of it, looks horrible. Had to have it. Paid 30 for these, 30 each. 30 Hong Kong dollars is about $3.50. And of course, Street Fighter 2 Turbo for Super Famicom, also for $3.50. So those are from the first market. Up next, I have a, I guess you call it a multi-game console. It's in the shape of a Game Boy, and it's color, it's backlit. You can choose between English and Chinese, and it has 300 games, so it's pretty cool. I paid $19 for this, and as you can see, the funny part of this is I started up Contra, and it starts you on level 4, which is pretty weird, but it does have 300 games. They don't just repeat after 15, so pretty fun little item there. Up next, I have a Game & Watch ball. It's the reissue from 2011, I believe. Nintendo Club. You would buy it with your Nintendo Club point or whatever. And it's complete in box. It's pretty mint. So as you can see, it's still in all the packaging. The little foam is still there. And you know, the one thing that's pretty curious about this is it's a little smaller than the Game & Watches, and it doesn't have a kickstand, which is the two little differences there. But this is brand new. This is going straight into the collection. Great item, one of my favorite items that I bought this trip. And you know, I had never seen it here in the US. Of course, you see everything on eBay, but what's the fun of buying on eBay when you can just go out and hunt for it and find it in person? So for this, I paid $298, which was about $32 US. And then I also have from another vendor the widescreen version of Game & Watch Mickey Mouse. So this was another one I was missing. This is complete in box. So I made a whole bundle with this guy. I got that Mickey Mouse Game & Watch. I got this weird Dino Club Dido Famicom calculator. You know, those odd items I like. So that's a calculator. Then I also got the Octopus Game & Watch, which I was missing. So this is pretty good shape. It has the battery cover in the back and everything. Up next, I got this phone charger thing. It's like a phone charger, Famicom controller. Just the fact that they're making Famicom related stuff and family computer related stuff in recent years is great. And this is one of those prize boxes. It's a TV remote. So this Famicom controller is a TV remote. So, I love it. You know, anything that's weird, I love. And then from that same vendor, I did get the Famicom Family Computer Disk System, which is has a new rubber belt. He replaced the belt, so it's pretty. That's a pretty good sell for me. And then it comes with the game pack. I guess you put into the family computer, and that kind of makes it work. So all those items, starting from the Mickey Mouse Game & Watch, I paid $250 for those items. Probably the only items that I'm gonna put up for sale or trade are these 4 games. Everything else I'm gonna keep. So it's Zelda, Donkey Kong 64, Castlevania, and Resident Evil 2 for N64. All US versions except for Castlevania. $9 each. And last but not least, the Hong Kong Cartridge Company games. I believe this is Tiger Heli, I want to say. If you know, let me know in the comments. I believe this is Tiger Heli, and it's complete. It has everything in the box. There it is. That's what I wanted. Hong Kong Cartridge Company game. And I only ended up buying 2. He had 3, but the third one wasn't in that purple box I wanted. And this, I believe, it looks like Zelda, but it's not. I have to try these games out. If you know what this game is, let me know also in the comments. For these 2, I paid $38 each. I might have overpaid, but it's what I wanted. I'm happy with every single purchase. I love Hong Kong. Can't wait to go back. Look at all these items. I would never find this at any garage sale or anything here in the US. So I'm glad I took this trip. And the next stop is Thailand. Can't wait to go there either. And guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this. And as always, I thank you guys for watching every single video. And I thank you guys for commenting. And I'll see you guys next time.